and he regularly delivers customized sales trainings in pan India on B2B and B2C companies. So he's also a member of the chamber, and he has delivered, I think, some sessions at MCCI as well. So over to you, Jeet. You can start the session.
Thank you, Prashant.
Yeah.
Very good.
If you could speak a little louder, it would be great.
Thank you, Prashant. Very good morning to everyone. I am the founder of Pitch Perfect India, and by profession, I am a sales trainer, and my name is Jeet. I train companies to get their customers' attention in less than 30 seconds, and also I help companies to increase their sales closure rates. Now, in this crisis of COVID-19, I frequently get messages from a lot of business owners and salespeople कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए इस टाइम में. We are all inside our home. हम लोग क्या करें? So I tell them two things that they have to do. First, market yourself. Get in touch with your suspects, connect with your prospects, and with your existing customers. इन तीनों के साथ connect बनाइए, market yourself, try to help them in a way or share some very valuable information with them. And the second important thing that you have to do is, as a salesperson, you have to invest your time.
Your voice is very low. Could you please be louder?
Okay, so you have to invest your time in improving your sales communication skills. After the lockdown ends, the lockdown khatam hone ke baad, competition is going to skyrocket. And only thing that is going to help salespeople is how they sell, is their communication skills. And so this is the time, when you need to work on your communication skills, your selling skills, learn new selling techniques, so that after the lockdown ends in the high competition, you come out as a winner. Okay. So today's presentation is about investigating customers' needs. And after the session ends today, you would have a clear understanding about what is structure of sales conversation, what are different levels of listening skills, and which listening level you have to apply while you are talking to your customer. You will also learn various powerful question techniques which will help you out in uncovering the customer's needs, understanding more about their business and problems. You will also understand what is DMU and how you need to map the DMU and what is its importance. And yes, you will also learn about different buying motives. People buy because they have a motive. People buy because they want to accomplish something. They want to fulfill their needs. And so they have their own different motives. So we will discuss about some of the buying motives which you have to understand before you start convincing your customer. And yes, last, we will also discuss about how you investigate. कैसे investigation करना है? आपका investigation का structure कैसा होना चाहिए? What are the questions that you can use and how you structure your questions in a way that gives you relevant information about the customer's problems, about their business. And today's webinar is in continuation to my last webinar on value proposition. Okay. So in order for you to understand what I mean by investigating customer needs, or what is investigation stage, let us first take a look at what is structure of sales conversation. Sales conversation क्या होता है? You know, sales conversation is like a journey that you undertake together with your customer. आप किसी पॉइंट में शुरू करते हैं, you have a connection with your customer, then आप उन्हें क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, you try to uncover their needs, then you present your solution, you offer your solution, and you try to close it. So, and you know, many of you can also refer to sales conversation as sales stages also. So ये बहुत important है आप सभी के लिए समझना कि ये क्या stages होते हैं, इन सभी stages की importance क्या है, and इसमें क्या करना चाहिए आपको in order to be successful in sales. The very first stage of sales is preliminary. In this stage, you know, this is a stage where warm-up events happens. What I mean by warm-up event is this includes how you introduce yourself to the customer, how you get your customer's attention, and this also includes how you begin the conversation with your customer. ये दोनों चीजें बहुत important है. This is the very first stage. तो आपको ये सीखना है कि अगर आपको किसी कस्टमर का या किसी नए प्रोस्पेक्ट का अटेंशन चाहिए तो कैसे अटेंशन ग्रैब करें. For this, you need to have a very strong value proposition, and you also need to know how to use this value proposition to create your own unique elevator pitch for your product, for your service, or for your solution. And then how you have to begin your conversation. क्योंकि अगर conversation की शुरुआत ही positive नहीं रही तो आगे क्या होने वाला है? Customer might lose interest or he might stall the discussion then and there. The second stage is investigating needs stage. This is where you uncover your prospects or your customers' needs. You understand more about their business and you understand more about their problem that they are facing. And how you do this? ये कैसे समझ में आएगा कि उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है? You do this by asking them questions and listening while they are talking. बहुत important है. Question पूछना और listen करना. The next stage, once you understand or uncover the customer's requirement, is convincing. How you convince a customer is very much important. So what you have to do here is, you have to convert your product, your solution, your services, features into benefits. These benefits has to be in line with your customer's needs that you uncover during the investigating needs stage. जब आप कस्टमर को कन्विंस कर रहे हैं तो आपके प्रोडक्ट के फीचर, आपके प्रोडक्ट सोल्यूशन के फीचर या सर्विस के फीचर को आपको बेनिफिट में करना आना चाहिए. एंड वो जो बेनिफिट आप बता रहे हैं कस्टमर को, जो जिसके ऊपर आप कन्विंस कर रहे हैं, दैट बेनिफिट हैज टू बी इन लाइन विद द कस्टमर्स नीड और रिक्वायरमेंट. अगर वो मिसमैच हो रहा है तो you will not be able to convince the customer. That is why all these three stages are very much important. You have to ask meaningful questions to the customer, make note during the investigation stage, and convince the customer the right way. Once you understand the customer's requirement and you convince the customer, you present your benefits to the customer, and the customer says, yes, this is what I'm looking for. Then you present the price to the customer. प्राइस कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये समझना भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आप लोगों के लिए. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि सेल्स वाले सेल्स पीपल व्हेन दे गो और मीट द कस्टमर, जब सारा सोल्यूशन बता देते हैं, सो सारा सोल्यूशन बताने के बाद वो प्राइस बता देते हैं, सर ये सोल्यूशन है, दिस इज व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट, दीस आर द बेनिफिट्स, एंड देन दे प्रेजेंट द प्राइस, इसका कॉस्ट इतना होगा और यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट दिस मच. When you give price to the customer, the last, after all the benefits बताने के बाद आपने कस्टमर को प्राइस बताया, तो कस्टमर क्या सोच रहा है, वो सिर्फ प्राइस के बारे में सोच रहा है, वो बेनिफिट्स भूल गया. So now you need to present the price in a way that after you present the price to the customer is still focusing more on benefits and less on price. Price is a very important factor, but किस तरीके से आप प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं प्राइस को, वो भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड अगर आपने ये सही तरीके से किया, so the discussion would revolve around benefits, not on the price. Price आने वाला है, so you have to be ready with it. You need to be very confident about your price also while you are presenting the price. And the last stage here is closing or conclusion. So price presentation के बाद क्या होता है? You know, we want order from the customer. If it's a small, we all want some kind of commitment from the customer, right? If it's a small order या ज़्यादा value का order नहीं है, so you know it concludes with a purchase, right? But if it's a bigger order, so many people are involved in decision making, so there can be a group of commitments that you get from the customer before you get the order from the customer. And closing is also very important. This is where price negotiation also happens. यहाँ पे negotiation होता है closing में. Right? आप जब आप price बता देते हैं, उसके बाद ही negotiation होता है, right? So you have to know how to negotiate. You need to know what are the tricks or what are the techniques of negotiating price with the customer. कैसे negotiate करना है, वो बहुत important है. Say for example, अगर आपने किसी को कन्विंस किया, आपने प्राइस प्रेजेंट किया, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि ये सब करने के बाद you don't know whether the customer is still convinced or not. कोई कस्टमर बोल सकता है हाँ ठीक है, ओके, आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा क्या करना है. And at that point of time, if you ask for the order, the customer might see you as pushing towards the order, or forcing to buy something, and the customer might not like that. So there are various techniques, various things that you can do in order to close the order. They are soft techniques. ऐसी techniques भी हैं जो जब आप use करते हैं तो customer को pushy नहीं लगता है, but you have to learn this. And that is why you have to understand the 5 stages हैं आपके सामने: preliminary, investigating needs, convincing, price presentation, and closing. These are all very important stages. This can also be part of your pipeline management or funnel also. So today we are going to focus on investigating customers' needs, because that is our primary topic today. Sales वालों के लिए सबसे बड़ा problem होता है, they talk too much about their product, about their services. So let me ask you a question. Do you talk or do you listen? आप क्या करते हैं? So अगर मैं आप लोगों को पूछूं कि अगर what should be the percentage of time that you should talk and what should be the percentage of time you should listen, इसका percentage क्या होना चाहिए? आप सभी के पास if you can access your chat box, you can type this: how much percentage you want to listen and how much percent you have to talk. You can use a chat box. Okay, I have an answer 80-20, good. I have an answer 90-10, very good. Okay. Many a times, because sales people they have a lot of information, knowledge about their product because they like their product, they like their company. They go to a customer and they start talking about their product and services. और यहाँ पे सब गड़बड़ हो जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि हर इंसान खुद से प्यार करता है, right? I like to talk about my services. I like to talk about my family. I like to talk about my company. And similarly, customer likes to, listen more about them, talk more about their services, their company. Customer को उसकी company पसंद है, sales वाले को उसकी company पसंद है, right? So in order to get a feeling of a balanced 50-50 conversation, you should strive for 75% of listening and 25% of talking. ये एक ideal percentage है. ये थोड़ा बहुत आगे पीछे हो सकता है, it can be 30-70, it can be 80-20, but this is what you have to strive for. So let us also understand now कि listening क्या होती है. What are different levels of listening? अगर आप किसी से बात कर रहे हैं और कोई आपको ध्यान से सुन रहा है तो आप उसको पसंद करते हैं. You like that person because he's paying attention to you. Similarly, अगर customer आपसे बात कर रहा है and you are paying attention, the customer will start liking you, right? So let us now discuss about what are different listening levels and उसकी क्या importance है. So the fifth level here is not listening. ये वो level है. This is where as a listener you're not paying attention at all to what the speaker is saying. आप अपना ही कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, you are busy on doing something and you are not at all aware about what the speaker is saying. कई बार ऐसा होता है, अगर एग्जांपल दूं तो कई बार स्कूल्स कॉलेजेस में जब हम पढ़ते थे, कई टीचर ऐसे होते थे, कई प्रोफेसर ऐसे होते थे जो काफी कुछ बोल जाते हैं, बट एज ए स्टूडेंट हमें कई बार पता ही नहीं हो किस टॉपिक में बात करके चले गए. वी आर जस्ट बिजी डूइंग समथिंग एल्स and we don't know whether someone is even talking to us, right? And if this happens, while you are having a conversation with your customer and your customer realizes that आप बिल्कुल भी ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं, तो he might feel offended. The fourth level of listening is cosmetic listening. Somewhere similar to not listening. What you are doing here is you are just pretending as if you are listening. And how do you pretend that you are listening? Just by nodding your head. Okay. अभी भी आपको पता नहीं कि स्पीकर क्या बात कर रहा है. You're not aware what he's talking about, but अगर स्पीकर आपको देखता है, you just nod your head. And अगर स्पीकर ने आपको कुछ पूछ लिया तो आप will not be, you will not have any clue कि किस बारे में बात चल रही थी. Similarly, कई बार ऐसा होता है जब हम कस्टमर के साथ बात करने जाते हैं and they are giving lot of information, they are discussing about lot of technicalities. और कोई कस्टमर काफी सारी चीजें हमें इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है, we just don't pay any attention. हम कोई दूसरी जगह चले जाते हैं. We are just thinking about something else, another order या किसी और सेल्स टारगेट के बारे में सोचने लग जाते हैं. And अगर कस्टमर ने उसे पूछ लिया उस समय आपको कि what, okay, so did you understand what I said? You will have no clue कि उसने क्या बोला. Superficial listening. In this level, you as a listener, आप सुनते हैं, आप समझते भी हैं क्या बात कर रहा है listener, customer क्या बात कर रहा है, but you don't react at all. कोई body language नहीं है. Your face expression does not change. You don't ask any question to the customer. कस्टमर को पता ही नहीं चलता कि आपको समझ में आया है या नहीं समझ में आया. You are just sitting there, listening, understanding, but not doing anything, not asking anything. And कई बार कस्टमर को खुद पूछना पड़ता है, because कस्टमर को भी नहीं समझ में आता कि whether you understood him or not. कस्टमर सामने से पूछता है कि आपको समझ में आया, और ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Selective listening. सेल्स में ये काफी बार होता है. We as a salesperson, we sometimes wait for point of departure or point of exit. We're just waiting for certain, things that the customer speaks, and we just pick those points and start a conversation on that point. Say, for example, customer बोल रहा है, price is important for me, and इसके पहले कि वो end बोलता, sales person price सुनता है और बोलता है कि sir, our price is the best, our price is the lowest. We are very competitive. Another example could be, we give a lot of importance to quality. इसके पहले कि कस्टमर आगे बोलता, सेल्स वाला जहां उसने क्वालिटी सुना, सर हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो बेस्ट क्वालिटी का है, we follow ISO compliances, और इसलिए हमारा क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छा है. सेल्स वाला वहीं शुरू हो जाता है. व्हाट हैपेंस इज कस्टमर फील्स ऑफेंडेड क्योंकि आपने उसको ही इंटरप्ट कर दिया, एंड जो ये नहीं होना चाहिए. तो क्या होना चाहिए? एक्टिव लिसनिंग. व्हाट इज एक्टिव लिसनिंग? एक्टिव लिसनिंग वो है जब आप ध्यान से सुनते हैं. when you listen, when you understand, when you make notes, you ask probing questions, you ask open questions. You have eye contact with the customer, you confirm what the customer is saying, right? You show a lot of empathy to the customer. You use words, I understand what you're saying, sir. You ask them, probing questions. You ask them a lot of confirmation questions. Okay, this is what I understood, am I right? Yes. Please proceed ahead. So this is the level of listening that you have to apply when you're talking to the customer. Active listening. In order for you to, listen 75%, 70% of the time, you have to be an active listener. If you're listening, if you're active listening, your customer will start liking you. And people do business with people whom they like. Okay. Moving on to the next topic, question techniques. Now, हमें समझ में आया कि listening क्या होती है, what are different level of listenings, and active listening क्या होती है. So let us also understand, what are different question techniques which you can use to uncover customers' requirement. You have to ask a lot of questions to the customer. तो कौन सी techniques आप use कर सकते हैं in a given scenario or situation. So let's see what is the first technique. The first technique is open question. Open question starts with who, what, where, why, when, which, how. When you ask an open question to the customer gives you a lot of meaningful information. आपका बहुत meaningful information आती है about customers, business, about their problems. You need to be ready with your questions even before you meet the customer. So, for example, you can ask, what are your goals? Customer अभी आपको अपने goals के बारे में बताएगा, right? How do you plan to achieve these goals? Customer will give you meaningful information how they plan to achieve the goals. Who is going to make the decision, or who are involved in the decision-making process? When do you want us to supply this material? Why do you want this particular solution? What is the importance of speed in this process? You ask a lot of open questions so that you get a lot of meaningful answers from the customer. The second technique is the focused question. Focused question is also an open question which aims only at one answer. For example, what is the budget? आपको budget के बारे में पूछना है, you can ask, what is the budget? Your question is focused on budget. What is your ordering frequency? Right? Are you the decision maker, or who makes the decision? Who is the signing authority? Correct? So you have your focus. Question has to be very focused. You need to know आपको कौन सी information पूछ के आना है when you are investigating needs to the customer. It can be, when do you expect delivery? When do you want us to deliver the first consignment, right? When do you intend to start this new project, correct? When is your current AMC going to expire, right? Focus question. Close-ended question. These are also known as confirmation questions, or a customer can simply answer in yes or no. For example, are you the person that decides about the project? Do you have the budget for this project? Are you going to start this project in this month? Are you going to place the order today? Close-ended questions, confirmation questions. If-then question. This is also very one of the best techniques that you can use in order to understand the customer. It is also known as hypothetical question. You use this technique when you want to find out if there are any other problems that the customer is facing, or if there is anything else which requires to be fulfilled. Suppose if the customer tells you, we don't have this budget. Customer ने आपको बोला कि हमारे पास अभी budget नहीं है. So what you can do is, you can use this technique. Suppose if we could offer you payment in 3 installments, would that solve your budget problem? Customer says, your price is high. Suppose if I take care of the price and we find a solution for price, how would you use this solution to solve your problem? This can be also used as a objection handling technique. I'll repeat again. Customer ne aapko bola your price is high, and you want to know whether price is the only thing which is keeping your customer doing business from you, or is there anything else also? So you use this technique. Suppose if we take care of the price, suppose if I work upon the price and if we take care of it, would you then go ahead and place the order today, right? Counter question. Again, it is one of the very beautiful techniques that you can use. How much do you think it costs? You use this technique when you don't want to answer to a customer's question. Say, for example, you go and meet the customer, and customer at the very beginning asks you, how much does it cost? Iska price kya hai? So you ask a counter question to the customer. How much do you think it costs? Customer ने आपको पूछा कि आप डिलीवरी कब तक कर सकते हैं? You ask a counter question. आपको कब तक डिलीवरी चाहिए? When do you expect us to deliver the product? Right? When you want to buy sometime and you don't want to answer to a customer's question, you use this technique. Control question. When you use control question, the customer either agrees or disagrees. दो चीज होने वाली, customer agree करेगा या disagree करेगा. Right. So if I understand you clearly, speed is most important to you. So if I understand you clearly, quality is the most important aspect for this product. If I understand you correctly, we're looking for a cost-effective solution to solve this problem. Either the customer will agree or disagree. So you don't use a lot of control questions also in order to pinpoint the customer's requirement. Probing question. In order to elaborate on an answer to a previous open question with another open question. I'll repeat. In order to elaborate on an answer to a previous open question with another open question or a new open question. Suppose you ask the customer, which model do you want to buy? I want to buy the red model. You probe further. Why do you prefer the red bottle? This is how you need to do probing. Another example could be, what are your goals? My goal is to increase sales. And how do you plan to increase sales? Or what are the activities that will help you to increase sales? Probe further, and the customer will give you some more information, and you can probe further. You can probe further and understand the real need of the customer by probing them. Multiple choice question, very simple. Would you prefer the red model or the blue model? Would you prefer the basic version or the business version? Would you prefer the big one or the small one? So you have to use a lot of questions, techniques in order to uncover your customer's requirement. Why it is important is, this is how you can really understand the need of the customer. And in order for you to make the funnel, you need to use combination of a lot of open questions, probing questions, and control questions. Open questions पूछिए, probe करिए, and control question पूछिए. A lot of combination will help you out. So you have to practice this. So if I can ask you all in the chat box, क्या आप लोग open questions लिख सकते हैं? Can any one of you, participate and write in the chat box what could be an open question in your case? What is an open question that you can ask?
Jeet, there is a request if you can increase the volume or speak a little louder.
Okay.
There's some issue with the voice, I think.
Okay.
No, it is not voice actually. The microphone has to be nearer to your, what you can say, mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Just try to adjust it a bit. Thanks.
ठीक है. Okay. Now, moving ahead to the next topic today is DMU, Decision Making Unit, or NAMAT, NAMAT. What is this? Okay, I see there are people who have just writing down, open-ended questions in the chat box. Thank you, everyone. What are your future expansion? Very good. Whether COVID-19 will have the negative impact on market? Excellent. What is the application of equipment? Very good. So the open question, very good. So I think Atul, Umesh, and there are many people who are trying to do this. Okay, so let's do some more activities before we move ahead to the next topic. So can you also write down a couple of leading questions? I think I missed this leading question here. Leading question forces the customer to say yes. आपको customer से बार-बार yes बुलाना है. Throughout the sales conversation that you are having, you need to get yes from the customer. If you understand what they need, this is what you do. You want to save costs, don't you? Price is important factor. Am I right? Correct. So if I understand quality is most important for you, I understand you want quality product. I understand you would like to work with ISO authorized vendors, Leading questions. Okay, so आप लोग chat में, can you write down some leading questions where you can force the customer to say yes? You want to save costs, don't you? Leading questions. In your chat box, I can read them. I have a different screen. Leading questions is what, by using it, you force the customer to say yes. आपको yes बुलाना है customer से. You want to save costs. Am I right? Yes. You're looking for a cost-effective solution. Yes. You're looking for increasing the production. Am I right? Yes. Okay, so I see there are a lot of many of people have come up with leading questions. You need the best quality, right? Excellent. I think you want a simpler solution than present, right? You want 2 years warranty, correct? Sir, you want to increase your production speed, overall plant efficiency, okay? There's two different questions, okay? Do you want higher productivity at low investment? Excellent, very good. So now let us also see if you can come up with examples of multiple choice questions. Again, this is very much important. You give choice to the customer. Would you prefer the big one or the small one? Would you like to go ahead with the basic version or the advanced version? Would you like to go ahead with the red one or the blue one? Right? So let's see. Which is important, price or quality, okay? And can we offer you our product with 10 or 15 speed? Okay, great. You want the basic version or upgraded version? Great. Excellent. So people are actively participating. Okay, what you like to use? Would you like to use simple system or a bit complicated system? A simple system would be the answer. Correct. Okay. So let us proceed ahead. Let us understand what is decision-making unit and NAMAT NAMAT. Now, in bigger sales or B2B sales, you know, this is a group of people who make buying decision. This is a group of people who decide what to buy and when to buy, from whom to buy. They make the buying decision. आपको ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है हर कंपनी में कि ये कौन लोग हैं. You know, these are the people with different roles. So now let us understand what are these different roles, and then we will also understand why this is also important. The very first role is need. Need. This is a person who is going to be benefited by a product or a service. This is the person who is going to use the product. Or this can be a department who is going to use the product. Say, for example, you know, there's a new IT company, they have expansion plans, and they want to buy 100 new laptops for 100 new employees. Correct. So need किसकी है? जो नए लोग हैं उनकी need है. Another example could be if you know, if it is a laboratory, a medical lab, you know, and if you want to sell equipment, a testing equipment, a laboratory equipment, you know, or a microscope, तो use कौन करने वाला है? A lab technician is going to use it to test, right? उसकी need है वहाँ. If you buy a new vehicle, you know, who is going to, maybe अगर कोई आपकी logistics company है and you have a pool of drivers, you know, and you buy a couple of new vehicles, आप नए trucks, trolleys दे रहे हैं, use कौन करने वाला है? End user, driver use करने वाला. You need to know in a company who's going to use it. You know, say for example, if there's HRMS software or a payroll software, who is going to use it? The HR is going to use it. Need किसकी? HR की है. If it's finance, you know, they want a better finance software. Correct. You need to find out who is going to ultimately use your solution. Who has a problem that you can solve in that company? आपको ये पता होना चाहिए. Approval. ये वो लोग हैं in a company. This can be a person or a user group or a department. You know, these people have the veto right, or in other words, these are the people who can stop your proposal to proceed ahead. ये आपके प्रपोजल को वहीं पे स्टॉप कर सकते हैं. They can stall your proposal. Say for example, मेडिकल लैब में अगर आपको इक्विपमेंट बेचने गए, वहां देयर कैन बी अ सीनियर लैब टेक्नीशियन, उसका अप्रूवल इंपॉर्टेंट है. He is going to have a bigger role in saying yes, this is the right testing equipment, right? If in a bigger organization, there are a group of HRs working, correct, then there can be a group of HR who is taking care of payroll. आप उस HR ग्रुप के साथ और सीनियर HR के साथ बात कर रहे हैं, who takes care of payroll. But there can be a VP HR also, and the VP HR can just, at any given point of time, stop the proposal from going ahead because she might have some different preferences, a different vendor from whom they prefer, or a different solution in mind. Or it can be a purchase department or finance department. It can be also the authority. So you need to find out who these people are, which can stop your proposal from going ahead. आपको ये पता होना चाहिए. So who should approve the proposal? Ask this question. If you're going to have a discussion with the customer, you should know this. कि इस कंपनी में कौन है जो मेरा ऑर्डर रोक सकता है, वो कौन सी टीम है जो रोक सकती है, वो कौन सा यूजर ग्रुप है जो रोक सकता है. Money, important. You also have to know who's in charge of the money, who makes the budget, what are the criteria of making the budget, right? It can be a CFO, it can be a senior manager, or it can, in a smaller company, it can be the director who decides about the budget. You have to know about this. Just knowing about if they have the budget is not sufficient. You need to know who makes the budget and uski importance kya hai. What are their goals? Who is responsible for the money and is there any budget? Finally, authority. You also need to know who is going to sign the purchase order. कई बार कंपनियों में CFO होते हैं या परचेज मैनेजर होते हैं. If it's a bigger company, that finance department हो सकता है, or a director or a group of directors who need to sign the purchase order. कौन sign करने वाला? Who is the authority, final authority? So you need to know this. Who is authorized to sign? आपको ये, and these are different roles. There are people who need it. There are people who are going to approve it. There are people who decide about the budget, and there are people who are going to sign the order. And last time, when you are doing need analysis, when you are investigating your customer's requirement, you also need to know कि उनको आपका solution कब चाहिए या कब तक चाहिए. Now this can depend upon various aspects. Say for example, अगर आप AMC बेचते हैं, so if they have an existing contract with another vendor, so the end date of that contract is very much important. कब खत्म हो रहा है, right? If they are coming up with a new project, you need to know project कब start होने वाला है. You need to know कोई नया project चालू हो रहा है, and if you're a manufacturing company, you need to know कि किस process में कब आपका product लगने वाला है. What is the timeline? So timeline is very much important for you need to know this. So need, approval, money, authority, and time makes NAMAT. NAMAT. आपको ये, जब आप किसी कस्टमर के पास जाते हैं, आपको ये सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं अपने आप से. Do I know who is going to need this? Do I know who is going to approve this? Do I know who has the budget? Do I know who is going to approve it? And by when do they need my solution? So my question to you all is, आप लोग chat box में लिख सकते हैं इसका आंसर. आपके हिसाब से who is most important? The one who needs, approves it, the one who has the money, or the one who has the authority? You can just write NAMAT. आपको जो भी लगता है chat box में लिखिए. Who is the most important person? किसको आपको convince करना है? Okay, I see many people writing down need. Okay. I have someone who is writing decision maker. Then people have mentioned end user, money, need. Okay, correct. Approval. Okay. Friends, इसका आंसर है आपको किसको कन्विंस करना है? आपको सभी को कन्विंस करना है. You need to convince all of them, and all of them have very important role. Say for example, जो मैंने आपको सबसे पहले बताया था कि एक कंपनी में 100 नए लोग आने वाले हैं, उनके लिए 100 नए लैपटॉप्स खरीदने हैं. You know, आप as a sales person, if you sell laptops, आप उन 100 लोगों से नहीं मिलने वाले, right? So what are you going to meet? Maybe you are going to meet a senior manager who is going to approve it. Maybe you are going to meet an IT manager, who is going to say, yes, this is the configuration that we want. Maybe you also want to convince the person who has the budget, and ultimately, you also need to convince the person who signs the order. आपको सभी को equal importance देना है. All of them are important. One who has a need, the approval, the money, and the authority. Very much important for you to understand this. अगर मेडिकल लैब की बात करें तो you might not need that लैब टेक्नीशियन जो वो यूज करने वाला है वो किसी दूसरे लोकेशन में होगा. You don't know if they have a multiple labs. You are not going to meet that person, but then who are you going to meet? Maybe you will meet senior technician or their manager who's authorized to approve it, who's going to finalize the specifications, who is going to check the quality, who is going to check the results, who is going to do a demo of it, right? And then you also need to make sure that you know who has the money and if they are convinced. And yes, of course, the authority. Okay, so moving to our next point today is buying motives. What are buying motives? Sabhi people buy because they have a motive. People buy because they want to fulfill their requirement. They want to fulfill their needs. They have urge to buy. आप सभी कुछ खरीदते हैं because you have a motive behind it. And you need to know what is the motive behind the purchasing of your reason of your customer. आपका customer को कौन सी चीज motivate करने वाली है? What is that urge? What is that? Why do they want to buy it? Of course, they're not going to buy because you are selling it. Of course, they're not going to buy because of your product. There's something that they want to fulfill. उनको कुछ fulfill करना है. Right. So here we are not going to discuss all the buying motives, but I'm going to discuss some of the top buying motives which you should know while you are doing investigation with your customer. Desire for gain. This is one of the primary reasons why customers buy. For a company, why would they invest on marketing? So say for example, आपकी एक digital marketing company है. So why would a customer invest on your services? Digital marketing में क्यों invest करेगा? The buying motive can be because they want new prospects, because they want new customers, because they want more presence, because they want to increase their presence, right? And जब नए customers आते हैं तो क्या होता है? Profit ज़्यादा होता है, sales ज़्यादा होता है, right? So another buying motive can be to sell more. For a production manager, a buying motive would be increasing the productivity. Productivity बढ़ेगी तो क्या होगा? Ultimately, it is going to be directly or indirectly going to affect the financials. Profit होने वाला है. Productivity बढ़ेगी, right? Cost saving. Cost saving होगा तो क्या होगा? कुछ पैसे ज़्यादा बचेंगे, right? They want to save more, save money, earn more money. This is a very important desire. So आपको अभी ये सोचना है कि अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट, आप जो भी प्रोडक्ट बेच रहे हैं, what could be the motive behind it? कस्टमर को उसमें क्या गेन होने वाला है? अगर एक कंपनी ट्रक खरीदती है, what could be the motive behind buying a truck? they want to buy a truck because they want to save money on fuel cost. They want to save a lot of money on, maintenance, right? Another example, buying motive is fear of loss. And this is again, mostly related with money, fear of money, loss of money, loss of assets. For a company which thinks, I'm not able to cater to new customers, एक कंपनी को लगता है कि वो नए कस्टमर्स को कैटर नहीं कर पा रही, and they are losing new customers. Correct? तो buying motive क्या होगा वहां पे? So they might want to open a new distribution center. कुछ नए locations में अपना branch office खोलेंगे. They will hire some more sales people, or they will have some more distributors. So this fear of loss. I'm losing customers. I'm not able to, I'm losing business. Okay, let me open a new distribution center. What else? I'm losing customers. So the company can invest on training. Training who? They can invest on training their customer service department, so that their customers are satisfied. Another motive could be, they want to train their salespeople so that they can get in more new customers. They can convince new customers. Fear of loss. So, आपको अभी सोचना है, in your case, what is that they might fear? Desire for comfort, pleasure, convenience. Say for example, अगर किसी कंपनी में कोई HR है and they are doing the payroll, manually, and it takes a lot of time. So if you are, a company which is into payroll management software, right? So when you go and meet the customer, अगर आप पूछ रहे हैं, आप uncover करते हैं, तो customer should say to you, जब आप पूछते हैं अभी आप क्या करते हैं, we are doing it manually, and what are the disadvantages of doing this manually? वो बहुत time लगता है, मेरे एक हफ्ते इसी में जाते हैं, and that is why I'm looking for a better software. What will happen? This will be very convenient for them, right? An HRMS software. Now, say for example, if you are in the project management software, you go and meet a company who work on a lot of projects, and वो हो सकता है वो कोई existing project management software use कर भी रहे हो या manually उसे Excel में या MS Access में उन लोग manage कर रहे हैं. So when you have to understand, you have to ask questions. आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि कस्टमर आपको बोलना चाहिए, अभी हम लोग जो Excel sheet या MS Access में कर रहे हैं, इसमें ये सारी problems आती है. I want a better solution for this. That means they're looking for a convenient solution, a better solution. So again, think. Security and protection. Why do companies have fire alarms? Right? Why do companies have fencing? CCTV camera क्यों लगाते हैं? Because they want to be secure. Very much important. Security and protection. Companies, they want to work with companies who have strong financial backing. Right? Sometimes, startups को ये problem जाता है to work with companies because they're not financially backed up. So you have to understand the customer का priority क्या है. What is the buying motives? They want to work with maybe companies जहाँ से spare parts easy मिल जाए. Right? So say for example, if you want to open a four-wheeler servicing center, you would first consider Maruti Suzuki, because Maruti Suzuki के spare parts easily available हो जाते हैं. You are right. अगर आपके पास customer आता है, उसके spare parts easily available हो जाएंगे. Similarly, companies भी want to feel protected. They want to work with reputed companies. They want to work with companies of financially be backed up. Security. Why do people buy antivirus? Why do people require a better firewall? Why do people invest on better networking? Protection. pride and ownership. This is also a very important factor for all of you to understand, why people buy a better version of any product. For someone buying an Apple laptop or Apple iPad or a phone, they get a sense of ownership. I own an Apple product, right? Some people buy Mercedes, people buy Audi, people buy Jaguar. Why? छोटी सी कार में भी तो काम कर सकते हैं, right? Honda की भी आती है, Maruti Suzuki भी आती है. But why do people buy Audi? Because they feel very proud. They have a sense of ownership that I own a Mercedes, that I own an Apple, that I own the best version of it, that I own the best software. आप सभी को पता है, Salesforce is one of the world's best sales CRM. So a company, the owner might think that I want to work with the best. I want my people to use the best software. They have a sense of ownership, right? Why is this important? ये buying motives क्यों important? ये इसलिए important है कि जब आप customer से need identify कर रहे हैं, and if their buying motive is desire for gain, you will not try to convince them, on basis of pride and ownership. If their buying motive is fear of loss, you will not try to convince them and say, this would be comfortable, convenient to you. And so this is very much important for you to understand what are the different buying motives. So now coming to the last point today, doing the investigation. Why is this important? When you, as a salesperson, when you meet a customer, you don't want to sound like a typical salesperson. You don't want to start talking about your product or services when you go and meet the customer immediately, right? So abhi kya kare? This is the question which I get from a lot of sales people. कि sir हम जाएं तो हम initially rapport कैसे build करें customer के साथ, right? क्या पूछे customer को? अगर product के बारे में बात नहीं करें तो क्या करूँ? So I'll just give you a very simple 4-step solution which will help you out in structuring your sales conversation, or I should say it will structure your investigating needs stage. The very first step here is ask about customer's business and the role of the person you're talking to. Ask them, sir, how are you different from your competition? How are your products better than your competitor? What are your goals? What is your role in achieving in achieving these goals? Right. So I'll just give you some examples here, which you can ask. What are your expectations for the next 5 years? What makes your company different from competition? What is your role in the company? For how long have you been working in this company? Or for how long have you been working in this role? Ask a lot of questions about their business and the role of the person, because everyone likes to talk about them first. And this is how you start to build some rapport with the customer, because rapport building is very much important. So how you do it? This हमने initially सीखा था, listening is very much important. Now you need to apply active listening. So जब आप ये questions पूछ रहे हैं, you have to write it down. जो भी customer बोल रहा है, make notes. So first ask about customer's business and the role of the person you're talking to. Next, ask about the organizational structure and decision-making process. For example, how many people work in your department? Who decides about the budget? Right? Or a question can be, who else decides about this project? Who else decides about who are involved along with you in the decision-making process? you have to understand this. When you understand कि finance किसके हाथ में है, approver कौन है, need किसकी है, you have to understand this. हमने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले समझा था. You have to ask. यहाँ पे ये, this is the step where you ask all those questions. Ask about organizational structure, decision-making process. And now, slowly and steadily, ask about the aspects where your product or service could lead to improvements or solve problems. I'll give you some examples. What are the disadvantages of this approach? Say, for example, you are again a HRMS company, right? अभी आप अगर HRMS company है और किसी को payroll software बेचने गए हैं, so you have to ask what are the disadvantages of managing the payroll manually? What are the disadvantages of managing the project in Microsoft Access that you're doing right now? Ask them about their current situation. How much time does it take? What would you like to see improved? So this is where you ask questions to the customer where your product or service could lead to improvements. Now you have to think. अभी आपको as a salesperson आपको सोचना है कि आपको क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे कौन से वो questions होंगे. This is a takeaway for you. This is a homework for you. And the last step here is ask questions that unveil how you can improve the acceptance of a product or service. For example, what are the requirements of this product? और जैसे कि हमने अभी payroll software की बात की, right? So what are the features that you expect from a payroll software? What are the features that you expect from the project management software? What are the advantages that you seek from this test machine? What are the advantages? What are you looking for in buying a new machine? What is your budget for this project? If you had to choose a vendor, what were the criteria? Very much important. What kind of cooperation would you like to see implemented with your supplier? Right? ये सारे questions आपको पूछना समझना बहुत जरूरी है इन्वेस्टिगेशन स्टेज में. एंड आपको ये भी समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि आप अभी इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं. So don't talk much about your product and your services. Ask questions, ask meaningful questions, use a lot of open questions, probing questions, and control questions. When you make combination of these three techniques, you will be able to make your funnel. And listen actively. Make notes. Ask questions to the customer. Ask probing questions to the customers. Body language, eye contact, confirmation questions. Show empathy to the customer. जब आप ये सारा चीज करते हैं, then you would be most probably you would have understood the customer's requirement. What we discussed is how to investigate customers' needs. कैसे करना है, आपको काफी सारी टेक्निक सीखने मिली है. कैसे करेंगे? ये टेक्निक आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी. Practice makes perfect. You need to do a lot of practice. Open-ended questions कौन से पूछूंगा जाके? Okay, अगर कुछ कस्टमर ने ऐसा ये आंसर दिया तो मैं प्रोब कैसे करूंगा? मैं कंट्रोल क्वेश्चन कैसे यूज करूंगा? Right? Focus क्वेश्चन कैसे यूज करूंगा? What are the things that I have to know? Correct? अगर कस्टमर ने मुझे प्राइस के बारे में इनिशियली पूछा तो मैं क्या करूंगा? अगर कस्टमर ने मुझे बोला कि योर प्राइस इज हाई तो व्हाट कैन आई डू? राइट? जैसे कि मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था. If a customer says your price is high, you tell him, sir, suppose if I take care of the price and price is no longer a problem, I'll take care of it. How would you go ahead and use a solution to solve your problem? Right? So this is what you do. And ये जो stages आप अपने सामने देख रहे हैं, convincing, price presentation, closing, conclusion, all of these stages have a lot of techniques that you have to learn, practice and master over a period of time to win more orders. And जो आप देख रहे हैं इससे भी और काफी सारी चीजें हैं जो आपको करनी है. You have to also understand what are the communication style of your customers and how you can match your communication style with that of your customers. Objection handling technique सीखनी है आपको बहुत सारी. Say for example, I'll just give you a small example. आपको this is an example of objection handling technique. काफी सारे लोगों को ये प्रॉब्लम जाता है कि प्राइस एक प्रॉब्लम आता है, प्राइस इज ऑब्जेक्शन आता है. Then this is just a one way to address the price issue, and the technique is called raise the objection yourself before the customer raises it. इसके पहले कि कस्टमर बोले आपको कि आपका प्राइस ज्यादा है, आपको प्राइस ऑब्जेक्शन खुद ही रेज करना है. वो आप कैसे करते हैं? How do you do that? In this technique. So here is what you tell to the customer. Okay, sir, I understand. Many of our customers think that our price is high, and that is why they ignore this solution. However, when they take a closer look at it, they understand what value it is going to bring to their organization and the benefits that this brings to them, and they go ahead and select our product or our services. Let me explain you what are the benefits. There are a lot of object handling techniques which you can use. You need to also understand your body language. Non-verbal communication भी बहुत important है. Understand your body language, and you also need to understand, or you should be able to read body language of your customers. Right? आपको कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल्स के बारे में सीखना है, आपको ऑब्जेक्शन टेक्निक सीखनी है ना, आपको प्रेजेंटेशन कैसे करना है, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट वे टू प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ और टू गिव अ सॉल्यूशन, कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है. यू हैव टू लर्न ऑल ऑफ दीस थिंग्स. ओके, सो that's all for today. Do you have any questions?
Thanks, Jeet. I think we have extended the time by about 10 minutes. So there's another meeting scheduled. So it won't be possible to take up questions in this session. We'll have another session for you, or you could probably interact with the members in the WhatsApp group which we have.
Okay.
I just got a urgent message from my IT team that we need to have a hard stop in another 3 to 4 minutes. So
Sure.
I have got so many requests on my mobile for adding in the group. So what I'll do is immediately after this session, I'll add everybody, and probably in some time you can put up the PPT there as well for the benefit of the members.
Sure. So for all of you, my name, number, email ID, and website is in front of you right now. You can see that in the screen.
Right.
So you can take a note of the number, and if you have any questions, queries, feel free to ask me, call me, message me, WhatsApp me on the same number, and I would be happy to answer all your queries.
Right. So thanks, Jeet. Thanks for today's session, and thank you everybody for participating. So it was a very compact session, and I think you covered most of the points in that, especially the importance of listening skills. So I guess that we need to practice more often, and we need to practice well. Also, the KYC is as important as you said. So thanks for all the input, and we'll continue this offline on the WhatsApp group. So thanks everyone.